My college roommate made $47,000 in 8 months exploiting our gym's guest pass policy, and watching his empire crumble was like seeing a Greek tragedy play out in real time. Tyler wasn't always like this. Freshman year, he was the guy who'd split his last granola bar with you if you were hungry. But sophomore year, something shifted. Maybe it was watching his parents struggle to send him tuition checks, or maybe it was just the intoxicating rush of finding a loophole nobody else had noticed. He figured it out on a random Tuesday in September. Our campus gym let members bring one guest per visit, and the front desk staff, mostly work-study students scrolling through their phones, barely glanced at IDs. Tyler brought his girlfriend in as his guest, and as we were leaving, he got this look. The kind of look people get when they've just solved a puzzle nobody else knew existed. "Did you see how easy that was?" he asked me that night, sitting cross-legged on his bed with his laptop open. They didn't even write anything down. He started small. $5 to bring classmates in as his guest. Made $100 his first week, and I remember him fanning out the cash on his desk like it was $1 million. It felt harmless then, almost clever. We were all broke college kids trying to survive on ramen and hope, but Tyler had a gift for systems, for seeing patterns where other people saw chaos. Within 2 weeks, he'd mapped out the entire staff rotation, knew which employees worked, which shifts, understood exactly when to bring people in to avoid suspicion. He'd bring different people every hour, switching between the morning crowd, the lunch rush, the evening regulars. By October, he wasn't just making side money, he was running an operation. He created a private Instagram account with over 200 followers, posted his weekly schedule, perfected the process. "Venmo me $15. Show up at this exact time. I'll be waiting by the entrance wearing the red jacket. We'll walk in together. Don't talk to me after we're inside." I watched him transform from my easygoing roommate into someone I barely recognized. He'd sit at our shared desk until 2 a.m., updating spreadsheets, calculating profit margins, responding to DMs from desperate freshmen who couldn't afford the $400 semester membership. His justifications got more elaborate as the money grew. "I'm providing a service," he'd say. "These people need this. The prices climbed. $20 per visit, then $25 for peak hours. And people paid, because what choice did they have? The university gym was the only affordable option for miles, and Tyler had cornered the black market. By spring semester, he was bringing in 30 people per week, sometimes more. He bought a used Audi, started taking weekend trips to Miami, wore expensive sneakers I knew he couldn't have afforded a year ago. Our dorm room became his office, people knocking at weird hours, whispered transactions, constant phone notifications. He talked endlessly about scaling up, about hiring employees to cover more shifts, about how he'd retire before 25. I told him once, late at night when he was counting cash, that this seemed risky, that it couldn't last forever. He just laughed, that new hollow laugh he developed, and said the gym would never catch on. "They're incompetent," he insisted. "They don't care." But I felt it in my gut, that creeping dread you get when you're watching someone you care about make terrible choices. The anxiety that settled in my chest every time someone knocked on our door. I stopped bringing friends over, stopped inviting him to hang out. Our friendship had become collateral damage to his ambition. The end came on a Tuesday morning in April, the kind of bright spring day that makes you forget winter ever existed. Tyler walked into the gym with his newest client, some anxious-looking freshman clutching a water bottle like a lifeline. The manager was waiting at the front desk, arms crossed, with a thick manila folder. "We need to talk," she said, and I'll never forget the way Tyler's face changed, that cocky confidence just evaporating into something raw and terrified. The gym had been tracking guest check-ins by membership number the entire time. Every single person he'd brought in, logged and time-stamped, 8 months of data, hundreds of fraudulent entries, all tied directly to his student ID, and his perfect spreadsheet, the one he was so proud of, became their star evidence. The lawsuit was for $52,000 in unpaid membership fees, plus legal costs and damages for fraud, and I watched him drop out that semester to work 3 jobs just to begin paying off a debt that would follow him for years. Last I heard, he's still delivering food at night, one painful shift at a time.